What's up? Welcome back to the C5 Unicorn vlog. This is the second episode and it's time to figure out exactly what we're going to do with the car. I've been trying to figure out a few different options on engines and turbos and all that stuff. To get started, I've enlisted the help of our friend Sketchy Vert. He's over in Lincoln, about an hour away, so we're going to hop in the ZR1. It's wintertime, it's a little snowy, but the roads are dry, so might as well enjoy the car while I can. So let's hop in the car and we'll see what our friend Jared has to say.
I heard a badass car. Gotta see who it was.
I'm here to see Sketchy Vert.
He's not here yet.
Not you, silly, the car.
It's in the garage.
All right. I like the new place.
Yeah, thanks.
What are you looking at?
Cat's like, who in the heck is that guy? Come on in. This is my car.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Since you going down the track.
I know.
It's still together.
It is still together.
It's not broken. They never had that happen before.
Oh, the banner looks good.
Oh yeah, thanks.
I like it. I mentioned on the phone, the reason I'm here is to ask you about a new project that I'm working on. And I told you about my new C5 I picked up. I don't know if I told you what I'm planning on doing with it.
You haven't told me, but I'm sure it's something gonna be crazy.
That's what I'm hoping for. I've got a general idea of what I want to do, and I want a turbo car.
Okay.
And I want it to be reliable. I don't know what engine I want to put in it, but I also know that I need to beat Cletus because we raced a while ago. It's been like a year, ZR1 C7, and I know he's coming back for me.
Yeah, that I can see him doing that.
Oh, yeah. So reliability, turbo, and about 1,000 horsepower. So I've thought about like weird wacky swaps, like a 2JZ and a Corvette. I've always wanted to do like a mod motor.
Ooh, that would be.
But I think it's probably best just to stay true and do some sort of Chevy V8 like LS base. So what do you have in the Sketchy Vert?
It's a Thompson Motorsports 387
Okay.
LSX block.
I've seen a lot of Thompson stuff out there.
Yeah, I think they built some. I haven't had any issues with their stuff. It's
And we
crazy.
know that you beat the shit out of this car.
I literally beat the shit out of this car.
You drive a car like I want to drive a car, so that's why I'm coming to you for suggestions. So engine-wise, you think Thompson's the way to go?
I would go Thompson, absolutely. And
I'll give them a ring
talk to
tomorrow.
Kyle there. He's
a
always
good
treated
name.
me like, yeah, that's a very good name. He's always there for me when I need anything.
That's important.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the car built? Because I'm looking for a shop nearby, and you're like an hour from here, so.
All the work's done from the shopping. So.
Oh, just down the street. Okay.
Yeah, the shopping.
I've been there a couple times for like dyno days.
Without Chad, this car would not be running. I mean, you'd be in good hands with Chad.
Awesome.
I mean, that guy, Chad's, Chad trying to get this before Streetcar Takeover, blah, blah, blah. Get it done, please.
Tight schedules.
Tight schedule. And Chad's like, I'm there. Let's
Nice.
do it. So, yeah, very hard to find someone that is actually willing to go out of their way and work, till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock on your stuff just so you can make an event and be there. So, and to represent, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so when you find someone like that, it's hard to turn it away.
Easy referral.
Easy referral.
I'll be giving him a call as well.
I would give him a shout
if
too.
he's got room on his schedule, because it's winter time.
Right.
And I mean, I don't really care to drive the ZR1. Fuck it, it's nice out today. But it's a good time for the cars to be, under the knife. So I'm gonna kick it off here pretty soon. I would ask you about power adders, and I know you have a Pro Charger, but I already know I want to go turbo. So I'll have to ask someone else for a suggestion on that one.
Yeah, not really know a lot can tell you about Pro Chargers.
Hell yeah.
But
I love this car.
Yeah,
The Sketchy Vert is definitely sketchy.
Yeah, we need to do some changes. I did order a new clutch. That's on its way. So
Nice.
So what does this mean? You're going to call me out to get a vet?
Ooh,
since we had
that's not a bad idea.
Since we did the old first video on it?
Oh, yeah. That's actually how we met. It was my birthday.
It was your birthday.
And you called me like a few weeks before and wanted to race me. I was like, why does this guy want to come up to Omaha to race me?
Get his
like an hour away. And I had like 45 minutes to race. And I was like, I got plenty of time. Just gonna race a couple times, call it a day. And then Kenton showed up, and we raced for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours.
So sure. I called my parents, like, I'm gonna be a little late to dinner. We're street racing.
You know what I'm doing? I love Mom and Dad.
Exactly.
It's cool.
Yeah, they were very understanding.
We got to do another video.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'll run you first because Cletus is in Florida. It's going to be a while before we rematch. And what do you use for transmission here?
That's a Tranzilla T56.
What kind of clutch?
It's got a Munster stage 3 or now, or stage 4.
All right.
Twin disc.
Well, thanks again.
Of course, Kyle. Anytime, buddy.
See you later, Mr. Sketchy.
We'll see you later.
Now it's time to call Thompson Motorsports. The owner, Kyle Thompson, sent Sketchy Bert his number so we could figure out a solution for our C5 build.
This is Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Kyle.
Hey man, how you doing?
Not too bad. I think Sketchy Bert sent you a message. He referred me to you for a new project that I've got.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at doing a little Corvette project.
Yeah, I've got my ZR1 and it's like 650 horsepower. Not quite fast enough for me, but I don't want to ruin that car. I've been wanting to do a turbo build forever. I bought a car, kind of an impulse buy, in Indy a few months ago. Now it's time to start that project. Jared told me to get a hold of you guys. I've seen tons of cars with Thompson engines that we've filmed over the past few years. I'm trying to think, Shelby Killer? There's a bunch of different cars I've seen your engines in, and they're all, top performers, and they seem really reliable. So I thought I'd get a hold of you and see what we could figure out.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so tell me a little bit about this. What are you looking to do with it?
I know I want turbos. I know I want right around that 4-digit number, 1,000 horsepower or so, turned all the way up. Probably turn it down to about 800 on the street to kind of play around. Obviously traction is gonna be a little bit of an issue there. I love the flex fuel that I have on my ZR1, so I figured we'd do something similar there. Those are my main goals.
Okay, so this is gonna be like a driver kind of deal, something
Yeah.
put on the street, put on the track.
Yeah, I don't plan on trailering it a whole lot, unless we're like going to Texas or something, then, get her down there.
You have to bring it to Texas.
I know.
I got you. Okay. Roll race car. Is this a manual?
Yeah, mainly roll racing, maybe a little Mexico roll racing, the half-mile events, the like Streetcar Takeover roll racing. That's primary use for it. Might do a little bit of dig racing, but mainly like 50, 60 rolls.
Awesome, no problem at all. We can definitely do what you're looking for in a production block build. I'm thinking an old forged 370, something like that.
Okay.
Put
Like the 6
that
liter.
together with like one of our LS3 heads on it. Run like a TMS CNC proven LS3 with some head studs. Hold about 1,100 horsepower, so you'll have a little bit of room, about 10%.
Yeah.
In there for even on the max side. We can do it like a steel ring setup. Do a nice tight setup for that E like you're wanting to run. Be a pretty killer build. Whose turbo kit are you running on this?
I don't really have any plans yet. We really do something custom, or I was going to try and find someone that makes a turbo kit for the C5s.
Okay. Man, I know Huron's putting something together right now that's a pretty solid kit. We've already built a motor for them to do some testing on that platform.
Really?
And we run their stuff on just about everything we do. All of our turbo turnkeys, all of our shop cars, everything run it. We've been really, really pleased with it. So
That's Huron Speed?
Yeah, Huron Speed.
Yeah, I've heard of him before.
The owner, and he's phenomenal to deal with. So.
Okay.
I'd give them a shout.
Yeah, I'd much rather just slap something on that's been put together on a C5 than have to go through the work of experimenting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I think that'd be a good match there, and that's something that we can kind of all get together and talk about to figure out how to make your motor combo work best with the turbos too. We'll work real closely with them.
Yeah.
So that'd be a really good match there.
Well, that sounds like a plan. I'm gonna get a hold of Huron Speed next, and then we'll get you guys together and we'll get things kicked off once we know it's all gonna work.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right, Kyle. Thanks so much for the phone call.
Yeah.
Talking to you.
Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it.
Okay.
I've got Jonathan's contact information at Huron Speed. I've looked at their website a little bit, and they make a really cool turbo kit for the C5. So I'm going to call him, get some details on it, see if it's going to be the right option for what we want to do with the car, and see what he thinks.
Huron Speed, this is John.
Hey, John, it's Kyle, 1320 Video.
Hey Kyle, how you doing?
Not too bad. I think Kyle Thompson may have mentioned that he was sending me your way for a project I've got.
Yeah, I've been talking with Kyle a little bit about the project. Sounds like something we're definitely on board with helping you out with.
It looks like you have a perfect option for what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. The turbo kit we have out for the C5 Corvette like you have is pretty brand new to the market, but I think it has a ton of features that will do exactly what you want and more.
Yeah, doesn't seem like there's too much out there for the C5s.
There's not too many new options. So, I mean, the options that are out there have been around for almost 10 years. From those options, there's a lot of areas that can be improved upon just with any product over time.
I love flashy turbo kits. I love being able to see the turbos in a car. I've been looking for a solution that's top mount. It doesn't seem like there's anything out there.
Yeah, unfortunately not, especially for that application.
Yeah.
Just for the reasons of what comes with putting a turbo up high and having the available space on the car for it. And those C5 Corvettes, as you know, the radiator, is at an angle.
Yeah.
And it comes up top almost all the way to the throttle body. You can certainly put the turbos up high. You're putting turbos that create a ton of heat in an area where that car was not intended to really have any heat.
That's true.
Not much heat at all. So you have to do a lot of relocation, modifying, heat protection, just in something that's, whereas you could put the turbos down low, kind of where the exhaust manifolds or long tube headers would normally run. And obviously that's an area in the car where it was intended to have heat.
I see on the website you can kind of tweak the turbos based on the application. Do you have any in mind that you would recommend for something like that?
For this kit, we fitted around a basic T4 turbocharger with a 3-inch exhaust outlet. Each brand that we work with for turbochargers, Turbonetics, Precision, and Comp, they all have a similar T4 turbo. It would be an S cover from Precision, 60 series Turbonetics, and CT4 from Comp.
Okay.
Those will all work with the kit, maybe in the 66 to 68 millimeter exhaust wheel.
Okay. Do you happen to have any videos of the turbo kit on a C5?
Yeah, I have a few. I can send you something
Okay.
over an email. Does that work for you?
Yeah, definitely. As far as install goes, how much work is there usually involved? What's like is it all fit in there pretty easily? I know it's a pretty tight space.
Yeah, it's definitely a tight space under there, and we did our best to fit the largest turbos possible as high as possible.
I'm going to be driving this a lot, especially in the summer. Is it possible to keep the air conditioning?
It is, and that is probably the I don't know, other than fitting the biggest turbos we could in there.
Yeah.
Another key priority was keeping the air conditioning.
I mean, I am a Corvette owner.
Sure. Yeah, no, you can absolutely retain it.
Well, thanks for your time, John. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for the call.
All right, I'll see ya. Well, that sounds promising. I'm going to talk to them, and then we're going to head to the Shop Inc., where Jared referred me to, so we can talk to Chad about what we need to do to kick this project off and what the time frames look like, because we're in the middle of winter, coming up on winter, and I would love to have this car ready for the spring or summer, worst case. On to the next steps. We made it to the Shop Inc. Time to check in with Chad and see what he thinks about this project and what he thinks we should do with it. What up?
Hey Kyle, how's it going?
Good.
How are you?
Good. Not too bad. So I'm pretty familiar with the Shop Inc. You guys are here in Lincoln, Nebraska. What do you guys specialize in?
We specialize in performance, fabrication, dyno tuning. We can build anything but bodywork.
Yeah.
We can do. We also do general automotive repair, so we're kind of...
Yeah. I've seen plenty of nasty cars come out of
Yeah,
here, but
yeah, we
sometimes
do
you
a lot
walk
of
in
cool
here
stuff.
and it's just daily drivers,
Right.
random customers, but that keeps the money coming in, right?
Yeah, especially this
Performance
time of
is a
year
little
where
iffy
it's-
on making money.
Yeah, this time of year it slows down a little bit on the performance stuff, but
Yeah.
but every year we're growing and slowly phasing out you'll come in and see more performance stuff than you will anything else. So
You guys do a lot of LS stuff, right?
we do.
You do a little bit of everything, but it seems
Yeah,
like
I'd say more LS stuff than anything.
that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, for sure.
America. So I picked up this C5 Z06. It's a 2001. We're calling it the Unicorn because it's a pretty rare car. Speedway white, red interiors, like 150 some of them made. So
Nice.
That's the corny name for it. And Sketchy said, you'd be the man for the job. And I've seen his car in action. I've been here a few times and dyno days and whatnot. And so I talked to Thompson first. Sketchy referred me to them too. And we're gonna do a 370 LQ9 with some CNC ported heads.
Nice.
And it'll be built to like about 1,200 or so. And they referred me then to Huron Speed for the twin turbo kit because I want turbos.
Yeah, turbos are awesome.
That's one of the main goals, is just to have that boost, and I'm a big racer, I like the turbo sound. So the next step in the project is figuring out where to go from here.
Okay.
And so I thought I'd stop by and
What kind of fuel are you thinking about?
I'm gonna drive the hell out of it on the street.
Okay.
So on the ZR1 we did a flex setup, and that works really well because if I get stuck with no E85 somewhere, then there's options.
For sure. Yeah, flex is awesome. I got a guy that knows how to convert those over for flex on a C5, so
Nice.
we can give him a call.
I heard you couldn't do that on those. It's just either E85 or pump.
Yeah, that's what I thought for a long time, but he's able to go in and write it to accept the sensor.
Nice.
So yeah, it'll work out real nice. Definitely be able to make the power on corn, so that's good. Sticking with the manual, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do RPM transmission there.
Okay.
TR6060.
Perfect. Boost. That's good. Don't have to deal with belt slip or anything with a supercharger.
Yeah, that's true.
So the turbos will be nice.
My goal is about 1,000 horsepower.
Okay.
When it's turned all the way up, like if we're doing roll racing or drag strip stuff, and then have like a second setting about 800 horsepower.
Gotcha. Tune
That's
down a little
like,
bit.
yeah, just in case I go to Mexico or from south cruising, and so we'll need a boost controller that's got a couple settings.
Okay, that'll be no problem at all. Yeah, I've got a supplemental fuel system I can put on it. I'll put a big pump in the tank, and then I put an add-on fuel system that'll support the kind of power we want, turn it into a return fuel system.
Okay.
So that'd be real nice.
Yeah, we did something similar on my Mustang project.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds all good. Where do we go from here?
We just need to get some parts ordered and get the big parts here, motor, turbo kit.
Yeah. Thompson's already started on it. Should be here in a couple weeks.
Perfect.
And Huron Speed is started as well, so
Awesome.
should be here 2 to 3 weeks.
Awesome.
And we
So
can get
yeah,
started
I can get a list of parts that all need, the clutch and the fuel system stuff. Get those ordered up, and then we can start making some horsepower.
Hell yeah. Well, we've got a plan. I just gotta get the car here.
Yes. Sounds like a good plan.
Winter's coming up, so I'm hoping it doesn't start snowing or getting icy.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't like trailers. But we'll trailer here if we have to. All right. Thanks, Chad.
You bet, not a
Appreciate
problem.
it. Thanks for watching the Unicorn C5 vlog. We will see you next time.